So how do you think we can help more people to live right? Is it a problem of information because the social media is there, or is it because they don't want to listen to it? How do you think we can communicate this message more so that people can live long and they can live healthy? What are the means to effectively do this?
I definitely, like you said, I think people have a problem with change. And because it takes so long
Oh,
for our bodies to show something wrong, they figure, I got time until they see it. One person I heard, which was so saddening, he literally ate something because he knew he had diabetes so bad that it would send him to a diabetic coma. He pulled himself in front of the emergency room, ate what he know he shouldn't have eaten because he knew he was going to pass out. So that tells me
wow.
either it's a spirit of addiction to food that's hard for them to break, and they don't think it's a spirit because they don't correlate that together. But the devil's been using food since Adam and Eve to get people to do what he wants. So he's using food against
Mm,
people and making them think it's their idea of life. It's
mm,
no big deal, it's okay. It's not okay. It's not.
wow,
So I
wow.
think it takes a whole rewiring of the mind, because there's studies that show what you eat controls you. It says those things control the host, and we are the host. So people in the upper echelon
Mm.
of how they poison the toxins and spraying the food, they know what you put in you is going to consume you and control you. They know it.
So I mean, subject like this, we have to create more opportunity for more people to hear it. I mean, like educating the people, exposing their mind to the challenges and the dangers of not taking the right food into their system. I mean, that means information is going to take a critical role in bringing about change.
Yes, 100%. When it says you are what you eat, that's not just a slogan. It's literal. You literally are what you eat, because food is information. So if you
Mm,
eat McDonald's and Popeyes,
mm,
toxins and garbage, they don't wonder why your blood pressure and your blood sugar levels and your obesity. You are what you're eating. Literally, you're going to eat fruits and vegetables and legumes and water and seeds, and then you're going to wonder, oh, wow, like you. One thing I love about you, I said, thankfully, I met a man of God who's not looking like he's 16 months pregnant. Thank you for a man who has discipline to keep his body in control and
yeah,
discipline his spirit.
yeah,
I was like, thank God I found my tribe. So
yeah,
it's a mindset. You do what you want to do, and you can choose not to.
yeah.
You got addictive things that's in you, like those fast foods. They put more than 50 chemicals because they know it passes the blood brain barrier to pull you like an addiction. They know it. That's why you always want to
Wow,
keep it back. It's in the food to like a drug to pull you to be addicted. So if you don't know how to cut that off,
wow.
mhm. I
I
literally
mean,
right
it's
now have
so
a bag
let's.
of McDonald's from my granddaughter that's been sitting there for 3 years, literally, and it didn't turn, it didn't mold, there's no bugs, it still looks the same from McDonald's. 3 years. I put it in a Ziploc on purpose just to see. That's how much toxins is on it. Not good for your body.
Wow,
Not good.
wow,
Hmm.
wow. So, as an author, as we round up this interview,
Hmm.
you are also an author. Tell me about your book, even though we are planning something for that book. But tell
Yes.
me about the book and let the audience hear about it. You are also an author, or
Yes.
is it on wellness, or is on totally something different? Tell us about it. What's the topic of the book, and what's the focus of the book?
Thank you. I need to definitely do something around health and wellness and maybe creating a different mindset. Thank you for that. But this book that I have is called X-Rated Prayers. And that's a book that has prayers in it that most people don't talk about openly in church. So for instance, let me give an example, two examples that some people are like, oh. One example is freedom from masturbation. People don't want to just come to church and say that's a struggle. They don't want to understand the spiritual background that's causing it, the lust that's causing it, and how to overcome it. They just think it's something they just have to do. So I have prayers, I have examples of how I overcame that struggle and how I got free. And it's not just only scripture, it's conscious decisions and steps that's practical you can do every day to help you break it. Another one
Mm,
is a guilt,
mm,
a prayer to get over the guilt of abortion, murdering babies, and using birth
mm.
control, not birth control, using abortion as birth control. So nobody go to church and say, yeah, I just had two abortions. Hey, I didn't think I could afford it. So they just willy nilly. I have prayers in there overcoming that guilt, because you might act like it's no big deal, but you are tormented by demons in your head of murdering that.
Yeah,
Every year that comes, think about how old that baby could have been. And you don't even realize you opened your door to the spirit of death for yourself, and you wonder why everything is always
Mm,
stagnant in your life because you opened the door to this.
mm,
So that book called X-Rated Prayer
mm.
Books is a book of a compilation of prayers that most people won't come to church and admit they have a struggle with.